On this channel, I have made videos about study abroad in every country. I have made videos on New Zealand, Ireland, Germany, and also made videos on Italy and how you get paid to study in Italy. But there's been one country which has been asked for multiple number of times. That's France. And in today's video, we will be talking about the pros of studying in France, the cons of studying in France, and whether you should go and study in France or you should take any other country into consideration. According to QS rankings, France has been considered as the 5th best education system across all the countries abroad. But at the same time, everything that you study in France has to be in French. So a pro is that it has a very good education system. A con is that you have to study it in French. Second pro of studying in France is it is cheaper than studying in US, UK and Canada. But then at the same time, the con is if you're planning to study in a private university, it's going to be really expensive. In fact, way much more expensive than these countries. At the same time, if you plan to study in Germany, your tuition fee is going to be like $350. If you plan to study in Norway, it's going to be absolutely free. If you're planning to study in Italy, you might just get paid from the Italian government to study there. Third point is the number of universities that make it up to QS rankings. Now in France, 32 universities are ranked in QS rankings for 2023. And at the same time, there are 4 universities that are ranked in top 100. At the same time, in Canada, it's just 3. Germany, it's just 3. But then it definitely is nowhere close to US. Fourth is low cost of transport and accommodation. But that is a very counterintuitive point because as soon as you look at Paris, oh God, Paris is amongst the most expensive cities out there in the world. So yeah, it's cheaper if you plan to live in countryside. But if you plan to move towards Paris, it's going to be very expensive. And that is where the best universities are. Fifth point is, let's suppose you plan to study in France and then plan to come back to India. There are 500 plus French companies that are currently working in India that might just be willing to hire you. But if I take the same topic under consideration and talk about US, okay, that number just climbs up to 6 times. Sixth point is there are 500 scholarships available for Indian students who plan to study in France. But at the same point, there are more than 1,000 scholarships available for Indian students who plan to study in USA. In fact, there are some US scholarships that are bigger than all the French scholarships combined. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you know the scholarship I'm talking about, right? The Nehru Fulbright Scholarship, it's amongst the best scholarships out there. Then you have US ki baki other scholarships. You have UK ki Chevening Scholarship. I mean, the benefits that you get in Chevening Scholarship are the best in the world. Seventh point is that you can go and study in France in English universities because many of the international students do end up studying in international English universities. But at the same point, when you're studying in an English university, you need to know that you're studying in France. It's like saying that I'm studying in an Indian English college. More or less, you'll be studying in Hindi only. More or less, you'll be studying in French only. Yes, there will be classes in English. You will be giving exams in English. But at the end of the day, you will need to learn French, which I am not a big advocate for. Eighth is you can be working part-time and earn up to 10 euros, around 9.67 euros, which is somewhere around 800, 700 something rupees. But on the other hand, if you are studying in Canada, you will be earning around $16. So that's somewhere around loosely around 900 plus rupees. So the difference is of 150 rupees. Now you'll be thinking, Murad, 150 rupees is not that much of money, but 150 rupees and then you work somewhere around 1,000 hours. So that's like 1,50,000 rupees for a year. Yeah, that's thoda sa zyada amount, I guess. Thoda sa. Not zyada. Ninth is there is extreme labor shortage right now in Australia, Canada, and Germany, but nothing like that in France. So that's just a con. Now, if you like this video, I would highly recommend you to watch the Italian video because Italian government ends up paying you to study in Italy. I mean, the government wants you to study in Italy. That's how desperate they are for people. So I would highly recommend you to watch this video. Amazing video, Murad. I'm proud of you. And yeah, hopefully you've subscribed.